I want to open up a restaurant called Cheesy Goodness, where cheese is king and put it on everything. So, you put cheese on everything on the menu because everybody loves cheese.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special treat for you. We got not only one of the finest receivers in football, one of the best people overall. I'm trying to do a drum roll here for the main man himself, DK Metcalf. Welcome to the NFL show. How are you, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm doing pretty good. Thank y'all for having me.
Man, we really appreciate you being on the show, DK. We showed you a lot of love in the past. And one thing our viewers are fascinated about is someone your size, your speed, your ability. So I got a question for you. You go out this summer and run a 10.37 in the Olympic trials. Now, are you doing that for the Olympics, or did you do that just to scare every single defender in the NFL? Because I'm telling you, as a former DB, I'm going to look at that time and I'm going to really back up, and you're going to put some fear in my heart.
No, I did that, just to try a new sport. I ran track in high school. It was a good time. I missed it. I always wanted to, get back to it. And I found an opportunity last season when, USA Track and Field reached out to me, and, I just took it and ran with it.
That is incredible. Now, I'm going to tell you something that is going to show you how old I am. Yeah. I actually played against your father. Now,
yes,
that's
sir.
how crazy. Yeah.
I know exactly who you are, man. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of you, Michael Strahan. I watched y'all growing up, so I'm a big fan.
You know what? DK? I'm done, bro. I ain't even have to say nothing else. You don't even know what you just done for me right now. You don't even know what you done for me out here in the UK, bro. You have elevated me to a completely different level just by that statement, man. So I appreciate you. But the question I gotta ask you is this, yeah? Usually when a father and a son play in the NFL, they usually play like a similar position. But your father was an offensive lineman and you were a receiver. How did that come about, man? What lessons did he teach you in terms of playing football?
Well, first off, I thank my mom for, throwing a little bit of help in there, along with my pops, to help me get to the receiver position. But my dad, he really just instilled in me like a mentality that I think is, one of one, like otherworldly. Offensive linemen don't get much credit. And that's like the complete opposite of a receiver, and a quarterback who get a lot of credit. So, I'm not looking for credit or anything else. I'm just trying to win and, dominate every play. And that's what he did, in blocking, pass, in the pass game and the run game. So, I just try to use that same mentality when I'm blocking DBs.
Well, you definitely dominate on the field, and especially when you block DBs. I saw you get real physical last week. But I want to talk about what you like to dominate in off the field. I heard you are really into cooking, and eventually you want to open up a restaurant. Talk to us about that. And do you have a favorite recipe? Because me and Osi love food, so throw it at us.
All right. So here's what I was thinking. Coming out of high school, everybody got to pick a major. I'm not a school person at all. I'm not trying to be in school, 6, 7, 3 years at least. At the most. So I couldn't be a lawyer, doctor. So I wanted to get into cooking because, everybody got to eat and I love food. And, I studied hospitality management at Ole Miss. I still got a semester left. So, I'm going to finish that and get my degree. But, I want to open up a restaurant called Cheesy Goodness, where cheese is king and put it on everything. So, you put cheese on everything on the menu because everybody loves cheese. It's going to be like Italian with a Southern twist to it, Southern comfort food twist to it. So, just looking to open that up one day. But food is my passion. I love cooking. I love learning about food and, different spices.
Yeah, but there's no possible way you eat that. I mean, look at you. You look like a Greek god. Absolutely shredded. There's no possible way you're eating all that lasagna and all that cheesy stuff looking the way you look, man. Explain your diet and how you go about keeping looking. I mean, you look fresh, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. But no, my diet is really not as buttoned up as I would like it to be. I eat crazy sometimes, like chicken Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo, made chicken parm every now and again. So, I worked at an Italian restaurant when I was in college. So I would eat chicken parm, and I got a little heavy while I was working there. But my diet is not as buttoned up as you would think.
Well, I tell you this, man, you are a fascinating guy, man. So when you open up that restaurant, we want that invite. That
Oh,
being
for
said,
sure.
man, you've done a ton of stuff in the community of Seattle. Getting there, this is your third year. How did that all happen, and how have you just embraced your new home?
Well, when I first got drafted up here, it gave me, that Ole Miss or Oxford feeling. When I first got up here, they welcomed me with open arms. And then, the draft didn't go, how I wanted it to go. But, just for Seattle to take a chance on me, I'm just, grateful and thankful for the opportunity. But, it's time to, prove myself and, just how they welcome me. I'm trying to, give that back in return. So, partner with a local hospital here, the Swedish hospital up here, and, just trying to give back to the community.
And you definitely do that, man. We have a lot of little birdies whispering in our ear about some of the things you do. Now, you don't really like to go out there and broadcast a lot of the kind, charitable things that you do, but we hear about that, we see that, and man, we salute you and we appreciate you. Now, there is one thing I wanted to ask you about, and that was this, the whole Emmett Till situation and all the things that you did in regards to that, trying to bring awareness and letting the people know how this went down. Why was this so important to you? It seemed very, very personal in the way you approached this. Why was it so important? Okay.
Yes, sir. Because that tragic event happened in my home state of Mississippi. And I lived in Chicago, for a few years while my dad played, and I didn't realize this until I moved back to Mississippi. But I was the only Black person in my school for 2 years, and I didn't notice that. So when I moved back to Mississippi, I saw that color was, not a big thing, but, people pointed it out, and, it was kind of, irritating to me because, I just came from Illinois where, I was the only Black person and nobody said anything. I fit right in. And so when I first moved back to Mississippi, I heard about the event, during Black History Month. And, from that point forward, it was something that really touched me and was dear to my heart, just to bring awareness, because I come out here to Seattle on the West Coast, and not many people know about what goes on in the South or the Emmett Till story, as a whole. So just bringing awareness to that, to where the Emmett Till's family can, his family can benefit from it, and just the rest of the world can benefit from it, just by knowing the knowledge and the history, of the United States.
As former players, man, we really appreciate you using your voice like you do. A lot of players won't step out there and expose themselves like that. So we really, really appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
DK, I got to be honest with you, man. Like you are a true superstar on the field, but you are fresh air, man. It's been so long since I've spoken to somebody who's young in the game and has the mentality and the ability that you have. It's really refreshing, man. I wish you all the success in the world. I am the biggest Seattle Seahawks fan off of this interview right now,
yes,
man. Listen, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate you. We got to bring you on as many times as often, man, because people need to see you and see the type of person you really are. This is incredible.
Yes, sir. I really do appreciate it, man. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of you, and your work. As long as you were with the Giants, I was a fan of y'all. So, man, I just appreciate this opportunity.